give us a couple of words on your definition of tone as a musician?
My definition of tone is sound that's dressed up. In the most simplest terms, so that I can put a relationship to this, is like when you have sound, and imagine a person, just a regular person. A person normally is known by his character or how they look. And what the makeup of a character is a lot of times how they look and how they react. Now, you take sound and you put clothes on it. In other words, it's like a tuxedo almost. You want it to look really sharp, really fine, appealing to the ear in this sense. So we take tone. We have EQs that are the clothes for sound, then you develop your tone. Also with your fingers. Fingers have a lot to do with it. So one key component, like for this bass, it has a great Bartolini pickup. Bartolini pickups are really good for being articulate in producing whatever is going through it. Whatever is going through there, the strings, is going to give you the exact nuances or the DNA of the string through the bass and all that type of stuff. You got to have a good pickup. Bartolini's is like the best. So it's like industry standard. So, but to get back to tone, when you want to have a good tone for recording, for playing live, you got to have a good ear for lows, mids, and highs. And like I said before, your EQs, whether it be from your bass or from your amplifier, because with some basses it's passive. They just have like a volume and a tone roll on or roll off. So, depending on the room that you're in, you have the opportunity and the luxury of developing your tone. It's just like, if I set this bass right here, everything on zero, you get like the true sound of the bass. Now take that sound, add a little bass to it. You see what I'm saying? Now, in combination with my fingers and good judgment and how you adjust your EQ, you can get whatever you need tone-wise, because you took a sound and you put clothes on it, in other words, so to create the tone that's perfect for that song, that moment in the room, and all at the same time. So we go back to zero. Add a little low end. It's more deeper, much more richer. So if I want to make it like, if I'm in a thumping situation, it's like, if I want to add a little bit more highs just to make the tone brighter or versatile for the song or the moment, I could just add a little bit of highs. Like, just to give you an example of how when you experiment with your EQ. The main thing is that we talked about what is the definition of tone. Sound that has a characteristic to it, or in layman's terms, sound that you dress up. Because sound is nothing without clothes on it, it's just blank. But when you add an EQ to it, you develop what you're going for, like a Motown sound, a Marcus Miller sound, a Victor Wooten sound, or a Jaco Pastorius type sound. It all depends on your ear and your experience with developing that sound, with putting the tone to the sound. And it comes from the bass, the EQ, but the most important thing that I have to nail home is that in order to get all of this, you have to have a really good pickup. And Bartolini pickups do the job just right all the time. It's like a Marine, it never fails.